Hey, how's it going? Today, Sunday, we are taking a look at financial opportunities available out there. And within this video, I want to take a look at what opportunities are available within Cardiff. There's a website that I would share in the description if it's something that you're interested. There are a lot of opportunities out there. I have seen quite a few before, as well as most recently. There is another opportunity there. Perhaps I can take a look at the most recent one. Let's cover that particular opportunity in more detail. But before I do that, perhaps I keep, since I have read everything already, perhaps worth taking a look and introduce to you or company's website, organization's website, and what they do, since it's perhaps partly, if not entirely, funded by government, right? What is SBRI? Small Business Research Initiative. SBRI funds the research and development of the new, exciting, innovative solutions to address unmet needs with the help where no readily available market solutions exist. Within health, interesting. Perhaps that would be one area why they would limit themselves just to health, but either way. And what we can do for you, we work with public sector bodies to identify and resolve challenges within health. We will come and talk to you in a friendly and confidential way to discuss the challenges you are facing. Good that they would keep everything confidential, since it can be some information will be business sensitive, so it can cost a lot of money for your business, right? So that confidential, I mean, I get it. Friendly, I don't know if that's influenced by that's influenced by the way how some of those government institution, I'm not entirely sure, right? So I need to do a little bit more research to understand a little bit better about why some of the funds might come from NHS, right? So there is a bigger pool of funding available that might be coming from NHS. So even NHS might sit on the board when it comes to approving process, but I'm not entirely sure what for worth mentioning, right? So that's where friendly part might come in, but either way. We will help you with the application process and to obtain SBRI funding with ongoing support and assistance throughout the process. Other services we provide include project management, mentoring, training, and bid writing support. So it's good, kind of, I guess, that they do offer those, as well as some of the contracts that I have taken a look at already. They are structured so for your company to receive funding, right? Most likely within the contract, they would ask you to be partnered with some of the bodies, right? Public bodies, that would be, if we're talking about Wales, perhaps you need to reach out to some of the public, so that would be police, firefighters, perhaps a first aid or medical support, so that would be perhaps some of those public bodies that you need to be in partnership with, so you can as a business develop your product and perhaps have a chance for those public funded institutions to use your products and services, right? I'm just talking about finances today. Perhaps there's different points that I should highlight about some of the support available out there, but I'm currently covering and talking only about business, only about finances and doing business. How to start it, seeking for financial support if it's something that you're interested in. Perhaps there's a number of different support available out there where we perhaps sit down with you and coach you when it comes to mentoring, running your projects, and all kind of things, right? But I would focus only on doing business, right? That's what I would focus on. Perhaps they are key. They might have key interest supporting only local business. So again, so that perhaps my company is not really based in Wales. Perhaps that would be not necessarily applied to all the opportunities available out there. But I don't mind doing business with them. It just depends on what kind of contract they might have, where the funding would come from, perhaps what kind of contract would they might have available, if it's going to be locally sourced funding. Even if I would reach out to some of the South Wales government institutions, they would focus more on local support for local companies, if that makes sense, not necessarily nationwide companies, right? So again, so I don't know, this video, I don't want to make it too long, right? So we're still on introduction. Benefits for a public sector funding to resolve your challenges within health, work collaboratively with like-minded individuals and businesses, develop innovative solutions with businesses, potential to make an improvement in efficiency and effectiveness, free project management support from the experienced delivery team. They do have a lot of opportunities, but I can't cover everything in detail. Right? There's a company's website. Let's jump on what one opportunity that I have seen recently. There are so many of different challenges available right now. I didn't realize they do have that many. Perhaps it's worth taking a look at the series of every single opportunity. I can cover those in more detail. It's just some of the limited factors. Myself, I might not be interested in all opportunities, but might as well cover those opportunities for others who are interested. And if you have products or services available out there and you're looking to introduce those into different markets, and seeking for support, there's a lot of opportunities available, right? First one, let's start, and I'm gonna do serious, right? So first one would be reducing pollution resulting from agriculture ammonia emissions in the cattle sector. Uh, it's one of the biggest pollutions for some reason of that. Perhaps they look into resolve some of those problems when it comes to cattle and production. The let's delve in more detail. Perhaps myself, I have a lot of limited factors. Why myself, I might not enter this competition, but there are so many different opportunities out there when it comes to sourcing finance. Let's start with overview. Uh, the let's start with overview. Organization can apply for a share of 1 million pounds, including VAT tax or tax on top of that. This will be the developed products. Money would be used to develop products and services that can reduce the volume of harmful pollution entering atmosphere as a result of agriculture practices. So we're looking to reduce ammonia, and your project you can seek for a lot of capital, I guess, if it's something that you're interested in. There's a lot of opportunities available on the table. Competition opens on it's currently live and it closes on Friday 5th of January 2024. So those opportunities in particular, I don't know some of those limited factors, right? Since there's so much information that you yourself you can start reading so many different contracts, and they would have one or two reasons why not. So it's something worth pointing out in the beginning, right? So it seems like a great opportunity, but later they would narrow down in such detail where they would say where your business would need to be based, or if you already have existing solution, how you can solve this problem. They might not be interested in that, right? So they and the competition have some of those triggers within the contract. The project. This is a phase 2 competition aimed to demonstrate therefore applicants are required to have existing working prototypes. So when we're looking at technology readiness level, we're looking somewhere around number 4, number 5 or higher, right? Of their technology within operations on preferably more than one farm or agriculture business in Wales. Again, or agriculture business in Wales. So it needs to be existing one, and it needs to be based in Wales already. So that's some of the limited factors. So if there's business people perhaps in Europe, right, who have very similar working prototypes that I can think of from the top of my head, which works fine, I guess, but they're not interested in that. They're only interested in existing ones in Wales, where we're looking to reduce the risk potential that your project might not work. So it needs to be already working, as well as they need to assess the results, and it needs to be working already in Wales. So we are narrowing down to perhaps five businesses, right? Again, so we're looking to support. So by writing down this kind of information, they are looking to support how many different businesses, right? So the limited factors of that. Applicants will also need to demonstrate that their technology takes into account potential pollution swapping and cost effective for farmers. So the value for so we looking for full value of the project, as well as your solution must either prevent emissions of ammonia, extract it from the air, or reduce deposition onto sensitive habitats. This can include demonstrating, piloting, testing, and validation of the new, emerging, or improved products, process, or services in relevant environments. The primary objective is to validate ammonia emissions, reducing its products, process, or services that are near to market entry. I won't gonna go too much into detail, but there's opportunity available up there, right? So there's a number of phases. I personally believe that limited factors for that would be the business need to you need to already have a partner based in Wales who actually have taken your prototype and tested. If you are interested to understand a little bit more about your body, I have published a book, Project Pitfall. Within this book, I'm sharing a lot of information which I personally believe would benefit everyone, in particular everyone who has body, right, and perhaps looking to yourself improve when it comes to eating patterns. So whatever you are eating, some of the calorie intake, the energy that you are storing, as well as how to place more stress on your body when it comes to working out, how to do it properly so you won't necessarily injure yourself, as well as when it comes to giving enough time to rest and recover. So those three areas is something that I'm interested in to share within this book, to say the least. If we're talking about beginners level, right, where everything can start, right, from there we can progress in more complex things. But that's where everyone starts, right? You can find it in QR code in the corner or the website below. Let's summarize this. There's going to be a link in the description so you can do your own research to understand a little bit better or some of the requirements for this particular project. If anything, I would like to bring more attention that there are a lot of opportunities available for all the business people out there who are looking to secure finance, and government sometimes would fund different kind of projects. If anything, you can understand more of where the tax money is going, right? So in this particular case, perhaps my tax money is going to support central government, and central government would say that we need to reduce ammonia, right? How we can do that? We would need to support just they would give money to Wales, so Wales would support just local business who has already working prototype, right? Kind of interesting way how administration can focus, but either way. If anything, I'd like to summarize with what this sum or this project won't fund, right? Projects that focus on tackling pollution other than ammonia is not something that they're interested in, as well as don't intend to demonstrate on a well site. So, so again, the very nationalist, very yeah, no, the money went there, and they like to keep that money, to say the least, right? Generate more harmful pollutions than are removed, so they're looking to reduce that, right? So net negative, net positive, they're not interested in all that, right? The result in significant negative overall environmental impact. So we're looking to reduce environmental impact, right? Duplicate other UK's government EU funding initiatives, so we're not looking for duplicate anything. And if any funding was given already, usually we're not interested in supporting even a business. If funding was given to any of those businesses for the same reason, sometimes even that would be within the clause of the contracts, right? Are covered by existing commercial agreements to deliver a so it needs to be new, so not something that if you already have existing agreement, we're not interested in supporting existing agreement, right? Make it existing innovation that is already a part of UK agriculture investment. So if it's duplicate and will not necessarily limited to wells, we're not interested in supporting that as well. Fall under existing ammonia reduction measures within the UK agriculture investment without substantial improvement and differentiation. So if it's already the existing solution, again, they're not interested. So it needs to be unique, that nobody have done it, usually within EU, UK, or Wales, right? Only then they might be interested to take a look and perhaps I don't know, sometimes within the classes, if you would share a very good idea, how you're looking to reduce that, I'm not entirely sure what it is on the board of the team, right? Or if they might just take all of your ideas, all your solutions, and develop their own projects, right? That might be the case. I'm not entirely sure how that's working. How about you sharing those ideas with whoever is reading those ideas, right? Sometimes they would come back to some of the feedback of some of the projects that I would share with some of the board members, right? They would say that they are not sold on my idea, right? So they're not sold because I'm not sold to go in a lot of detail, sharing all the details, if that makes sense. Since they would keep a right to themselves to take all the sensitive information that I would share with them and share that information with whatever they would like to. So sometimes I would not necessarily go too much into detail, and then they would reply that they're not sold on my solution, even though numbers would work, which should be important. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next one.